All right, I want to say shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teaches this truth and real well. And salutations to you, Aki, and pushing this word with truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth. Shalom. All right, Sha'ak, Gabar Karash. Uh, just want to go into a quick lesson, man. I'm through the spirit, man, I'm gonna title this lesson, man. Uh, that great awakening or somewhere along those lines because that's what you're seeing in the earth right now, man. You got Jake, man, waking up real at a rapid pace, man. You'd be surprised, like we always say, a lot of these people do know that they're Israelites. Hold on, son. A lot of these people and celebrities do know that they're Israelites, man, and you'd be surprised the amount of people that's waking up every day, man. That's celebrities, all right, because the Most High is speeding this thing up. Well, the brothers been laboring for a long time, man. The elders and apostles on down, man, to the younger brothers like myself, man, been laboring to forward this ministry, man, to get Jake to wake up, man, really to seal the elect and make it to the kingdom. And we're starting to see Jake wake up to who they are, man. Apostle Tahar just did a uploaded a clip, man. Is basically Carmelo Anthony talking about the original man being black, the 12 tribes of Israel and all that, man. So Jake is waking up to this truth, man. Brothers, our labor haven't been going under the radar, man, or unnoticed, all right? And we starting to see an example of, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man, you starting to see Jake raise up, man, wake up to this truth, all right? So I'm going to read this in Revelations 11 and 10 and 9. It says, Revelation 11 and 9. It says, and they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half. All right. So it's talking about all these different nations. It's referring to the Israelites. All right. And it's talking about all these different nations, man, should see our dead bodies, which when it says our dead bodies, seeing us in a dead state, not knowing who we are, not having this truth. Because, without this truth, the scriptures say, man, he the wanderer without the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. The scriptures speak about this truth being life, the spirit being life. All right. So we was without the spirit for it says three days and a half, all right, meaning 350 years, uh I mean up until that point, you had with the elders, Abba Bivens, the commandment keepers, started waking up to this truth, and bringing it to our people, breaking it down, being able to break down these parables and this understanding. All right. And I'll finish reading. It says, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. Because we not suffered to be put in graves because we wasn't literally dead. We was just in a dead state. That's why you see us rising up and waking up at a rapid pace like we are, man. And it says, verse 10, it says, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry and shall send gifts one to another, which they did. And, throughout our captivities, man, we were sold, saying scattered amongst all nations and all these things. And everywhere we went, we basically we built up that kingdom. We basically made it we built up the empire, all right. And it says, because these two prophets tormented them that dwelled on the earth, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them, right? And that's what you see right now, man. You seeing the spirit enter into brothers, man. You got Ice Cube that's recently made it known that he knows he's an Israelite, man. You got all kind of celebrities that know that they're Israelites, man. Maury Stoudemire, Brandon T. Jackson, man. Man, the list go on and on, man. It kind of slips my mind right now. You got Kendrick Lamar, Kodak Black. I can keep naming if I just sit here and just think about it. Jamal Charles, Larry Johnson, Man, all these different Waka Flocka, Cat Williams, man, it can go on, man, and that's beautiful to see, because whether they come into this truth, whether they come to the highways and byways and teach or not, that's on the Lord. So you got to work out your own salvation. So that's up to them and you have about Shimmy Abashah. But everybody's not a prophet. So it's just good to see our brothers least, because that's knowing is half of the battle, man. Knowing who your enemies are and knowing who you are, man. That's half of the battle. All right. Now you got to do, you know the name of the Lord, man. Hey, that's half of the battle, man. Everything else is just a plus. All right. Then it says, verse 10, it says, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt upon the earth. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of Yahweh, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them, and they stood up on their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them, which you seeing right now. You're starting to see that great fear fall upon the people of this world, upon the masses, all right, because they're starting to see us collectively come together and acknowledge our heritage, man, all right, and proclaim ourselves as, being a prince of the power, man, and that's what these nations uh wasn't planning on, man. They was planning to keep Jake asleep, but the scriptures tell you the spirit of the Lord was going to enter into us, man. All right. Uh and it says these nations was in great fear. All right. This is a precept to back it up. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. And that's what you're seeing us stand in great boldness, man. You know, and before our oppressors, man, the same people who afflicted us for thousands of years, you know, and still do afflict us to this day. All right, we stand in great boldness. All right. Verse 2, it says, and when they see it, they should be troubled in terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation so far beyond all that they have looked for, right? Because they're gonna be in terrible fear, because they know that's what they're afraid of, man, is to see you tribes wake up and organize and come up under one power, man. Which you're pretty much seeing is new. By doing that, by keeping the law, statutes, and the commandments, we're doing that. Sure enough, we all don't. We got different. How can I put it? Disagreements in doctrine, all right? But for the most part, we collectively believe that, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true children of Israel, and we're teaching our people to keep the law, statutes, and the commandments. So, therefore, we're gathering ourselves together, all right? And great fear is falling upon the elites, man, because these people know these things. They were supposed to be hid, but they wasn't banking on the spirit of the Lord to rouse us up, man. Esau spent a lot of man hours, a lot of billions of not trillions of dollars to keep this truth hid from Jake, man. All right, they tried to whitewash all the images throughout the world. They try to put in their depictions and movies of all these different things to keep Jake sleep and rocking us to sleep, and we still woke up out of it, man. All right, but it's just only prophecy, and when it was prophesied to happen, all right, because when you read Ezekiel, uh, the 37th chapter, we just we'll start at one and kind of jump around. It says, the hand of the Lord Yahweh was upon me and carried me out in the spirit. And Yahweh, the spirit of Yahweh, and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones. All right, and this is a basically that valley of dry bones was basically looking at our people in that dead state, thinking we was Mexicans, Cubans, Negroes, African Americans, Jamaicans, Haitians, all these different proverbs and bywords, Puerto Ricans, all these different things, Indians. These are not. When we look at ourselves that way, man, we're that valley of dry bones. But as we wake up, as you continue to read, it says, "And caused me to pass by them round about, and behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry." All right, because our people are very dry because they all into uh like I said, referring to themselves as the proverbs and bywords that as I just mentioned, all into Black Life Matter, Christianity, Islam. All right, they're very dry right now. All right, and it says, "And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord Yahweh, thou knowest." All right. And it says, verse 4, "Again he said unto me, Prophesy unto these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh." And that's what we're doing by going to the highways and byways, man. We're prophesying unto our people, man, telling them to come back to the law, statutes, and the commandments of the Lord. All right. And it says, verse 5, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh unto these bones, Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live." All right. So that's coincides what we just read in Revelations. Said that breath that that was been breathed on these bones is the word of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. All right. And let's just get a precept, and we'll come back to that. This is John 6:63. It says, "It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life." All right. So these words is which make a what makes us lively stones, man. All right. We're not in that dead estate that we was reading about in Ezekiel 37, that dry state. All right. Now we're able to live because this word has came unto us. All right. So back in Ezekiel 37, verse 6, it says, well, let's jump to verse 7. It says, "So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking." All right, and you beginning to hear this noise and that shaking back, like I said, when Abba Bivens, the commandment keepers, uh, you know, Masha, you got Aria, from One West, because mainly all these camps that you get out here, like IUIC, Great Millstone, uh, GOCC, HOC, or whatever the names is. I don't really know the names out of counts, but I do know they all stem from One West. All right, and you starting to hear that shaking and the rattling of the bones, man. When our elders, beginning to learn this truth, and it beginning to it started to flourish in the earth, and and now years past, you see the result of you know what Abba Bivens was doing, and in One West, the brothers in One West, you start we're the fruit of those men, all right? And it says, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone, man. And that's what you're seeing us come together. Like I said, we got disagreements in certain doctrines and all that, but for the most part, most majority of the camps, man, really teach 90 to 95% of the same thing. All right. So that's us coming together. All right. Because you're not gonna have a big kumbaya Israelite come together into the kingdom. All right. But for the most part, hey, they still are brothers, man. Even if brother through the faith, some brothers, man, think that the Shabbat is on a Saturday. Some brothers do it by the new moon. We got disagreements like that, man. But the name of the Lord. But for the most part, we teaching our people to keep the law, statutes, and the commandments, man, and come back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. All right, and with that, by doing that, we're coming together. All right, you're not gonna see no big unity camp right now on this side, but in the kingdom, man, hey, they still our brothers, But in the kingdom, you're gonna get that, man. Brothers is gonna be on the right page and one accord with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. All right, jump down to verse 9. it says, then said unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain that they may live, right? And that's what we're doing, man. We're prophesying unto the wind. You know, for the most part, you don't see brothers having big crowds out at camp, man, coming up to hear this word. But it's symbolic, man, because when you speak something into the existence, it happens, man. You know, and the same thing is in the wind. We speak in the wind, and the wind carries the spirit, you know, over it, and it kind of it's like a airborne I wouldn't say disease, but it's like it is kind of like an airborne disease, but in righteousness, man. It's like we speak it out here, and it hits who it's supposed to hit. It get to who it's supposed to get to, man. All right, because it's that's why I said prophesying to the wind, because this thing is not all about uh you know, having a big following, or people gathering, a lot of people gathering to hear what we actually have to say. Though you do have different brothers in different camps who might have a lot of views on their videos and followings, uh, coming to hear that when they preach and teach. Hey, man, at the end of the day, we all speaking the same thing, so we all on one accord when it comes to that. You know, it don't matter really. You know, long as you learn to get this truth, it don't matter who it comes from. All right. Verse 10, it says, "So I prophesied, and he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up on their feet, an exceeding great army." That's the point right there. You know, I wanted to get that we're standing on our feet in exceeding great army, man. Well, like we read in Revelations, the 11th chapter, man. You know, we're beginning to live, stand on our feet. You know, all these things is prophecy that will happen to our people. Though you're gonna have two-thirds that know that they're Israelites and not going to do nothing about it. All right, that's why we don't worry about people that's just trying to honor the Most High with their lips, man. If you just want to, have lip service, man, you need to stay in Christianity, man. This truth is all about coming back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man, and we're honoring Him, by making our bodies a living sacrifice, all right, and by preaching His word, all right. The scriptures say, through the foolishness of preaching, he should save them which they believe. All right. And Abaratazar, man, I'll be a part of that number, man. And likewise, minded brothers, man, because that's that great awakening when, that we see, man, as far as all these celebrities waking up, man, it's like a celebrity every day or every week. It's a celebrity waking up that they're to the truth that they're Israelite, but we're waiting to see one of you celebrities come out to actually teach, man. Come out to the streets and actually teach, man. Learn from the men of the Lord, man. Making your body a living sacrifice, man. Coming out of the world, that's what we're waiting. Have yet to see, even though I'll give a brother credit. The brother from Jagged Edge, I believe he's the brother from Jagged Edge. I believe he's teaching with the Sakari, which is beautiful. To see brothers, come, give all that up, all that money, that fame, and come out to teach. Hey man, our brothers keep enduring. You know. But with that, I'm gonna close out. Give our praises unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakal Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach this truth and do rule well. And salutations to you, Akim, pushing this word with truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth. Shalom.